So, my guest today, I'm so excited to talk to him because apparently he's going viral on LinkedIn and he's all the way in India. Thank you so much for joining us. Shubham, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. How have you been?
I'm great. Thank you so much for doing this. It's a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure.
So, for people that don't know you, let's explain what's going on. Okay, before we talk about your LinkedIn post, you are a super successful entrepreneur, correct? I think we do similar type of work because I have a branding, PR, and marketing agency, and I was looking at your LinkedIn, and you have something similar, right?
Yeah, correct, correct.
Really cool. Yeah. So it's called Hinglish. I love the name.
Yes. Thank you.
Your English is really good, by the way. And you have a massive LinkedIn following. You have more than 50,000 followers on LinkedIn. Okay, so guide me through the thought process because I mean, you're a businessman, but apparently you also want to get married, but you look super young. Like I would have thought like there are lines and lines and lines of girls that want to date you, but guide me through the process how you went from using LinkedIn to work and you build this huge audience and you come up with this idea of doing the post about trying to find somebody to marry you.
Okay, so I've been running this advertising agency called Hinglish, Hindi, English,
Mm-hmm.
and Hinglish.
Yeah.
Uh, so now work keeps me occupied most of the times. I have tried dating apps, I've tried these matrimony apps, but what happens there is that there is no human connect. You don't know who you're talking to. Most of the time is wasted swiping, and there are scams, and you just get fed up after a point in time. And after getting fed up, I started feeling that LinkedIn has played a huge role in my journey. It has helped me get clients, it has helped me get students, it has helped me get mentors, also people who wanted to invest in me. Now I thought, what if, just what if we use this open to work feature to advertise that, okay, I am a good suit, and I'm open to marry, are you? And I was fairly surprised that there are so many people who are in the same boat.
There are some, well, I do the podcast about dating and relationships, and I can tell you, yeah, because we have audiences, I think, in 57 countries now. India is definitely one of them. And you are absolutely right. People are on the same boat everywhere in the world. They send messages like, dating is so tough. It's a shit show. I don't know what to do. And then when I saw your post, I'm like, okay, so this is not just the United States. Obviously, it's a universal issue that a lot of successful, nice single people are just fed up with this BS of the dating game.
Yeah, yeah.
But you would have thought, because let's explain, because a lot of people don't do LinkedIn, right? A lot of people do Instagram, TikTok. Let's explain the open to work thing because LinkedIn used to be mostly for people that are looking for jobs, correct? And for people or for businesses that are looking for clients. It was like strictly like a business platform, correct?
Correct, correct. It used to be. If you say pre-COVID, it was very uptight. But the barrage of people who started posting on LinkedIn, it has become a fun working place now. People have
Yeah.
started finding co-founders. People have started also goofing around. LinkedIn used to be a a corporate uh, social platform, but as we are going ahead, it is becoming more fun. And a part of having fun is also getting fun people along.
Yeah.
So
Look,
open to work. I'll tell you the open to work part.
yeah,
LinkedIn has
let's
a
explain to people what that is.
So LinkedIn gives you on your profile picture a badge, which makes people know that okay, this person has this semicircular badge on the profile picture which says open to work, which means that this person is ready to work. Now I thought of why not, and millions of people have this open to work feature on.
Yeah.
Now open to work is seeking work. I thought if you
Right.
can seek work, why can't you seek a bride?
So you're like, I'm gonna put a badge on mine that says open to marry,
Yeah,
correct? But
absolutely.
when you were doing the post, and I just want to read a little chunk of the post for you guys. But I highly recommend go follow him on LinkedIn. I actually just started doing my LinkedIn, by the way, because I was kind of ignoring it. And then I have a friend that has a massive audience. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try this out. And same thing, I realized that you can get so much business, new clients, new friends. It's really fantastic. I love it. But just so people understand what we're talking about, you write the sweetest post, like you wrote, before you judge me, hear me out.
Because I knew people will judge me.
I love that. This is my last resort. Oh my God. So, I mean, you're exaggerating a little bit because you're not old. I mean, if you guys are listening to the audio episode, go to YouTube so you can see his face. You look so. Can you tell us how old you are?
No, 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 never ask a man his age.
Oh, I thought it was never ask a woman this age, but I thought
Now,
guys don't mind. You look
I am
like you're in
fair.
your 30s.
Yeah, yeah. I'm fairly young
Okay.
and fairly old. But I want to know from you why this podcast, why relationship and dating?
Why my podcast relationship with dating? So my story is kind of like the opposite of yours. I was married for 15 years. And yeah, and it was a very abusive marriage. It was horrible. It was really tough. My husband became an alcoholic. And it took me 15 years to get out of the marriage. So once I got out of the marriage, I started building my life over, right, from scratch. And one of these things was I had to learn how to date and have relationships all over again. So I started Cat on the Loose, just venting. It's kind of similar, like, oh my God, it's so tough. Like, there's so many players and bullshitters, and people don't want anything serious. So I started venting, and I realized that same thing with you. There are so many people out there going through the same thing. And the show grew and grew and grew. And now we are one of the top relationship podcasts in the United States and the world. And we are this amazing worldwide community. So I'm like, okay, you fit right in with your story. But I think you're exaggerating when you say that it's your last resort.
Uh, It was also for the chuckles. And one definitely wants to, write a post which can get the attention. So that
Yeah.
was partly that as well.
Yes.
But
And
but
it
I'm
did.
fairly
It
surprised.
did.
I'm fairly surprised. I have at least, I'm not joking when I say this, I have at least 200 to 300 women in my DMs, not just for they want to go out with me, but also resonating the fact that they are in the same boat.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
tells us the present dating scene is not at its best. I believe,
No.
do you feel technology has ruined it?
For sure, this is what I think, right? I think dating apps, and that's something you wrote. You're like, I've tried dating apps. I think dating apps are a necessary evil, so to speak, because you could find I know people that got married on dating apps. So you could find a person that you would never cross paths with. So it can work, yes, but it's kind of like finding the diamond in the sand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's so,
yeah.
so hard. And I do think that most people on dating apps are just players. I think there
Hmm.
are a
Hmm.
few people on dating apps that are looking for a relationship, but they're very, very few. So yeah, it can be exhausting. I definitely get this complaint every day from men and women. They're like, "Oh my God, I am so tired," because I've been on dating apps for so many years, and especially women, right? Because they don't want to be like, the fall in the hands of a player. You know what I mean? They want to find a guy like you that is ready for a serious relationship. And you even took a step further because you said, I'm open to get married.
I also feel, Kat, I also feel that the choice paradox for women, because I felt like a woman when I posted this. When you get a barrage of men or women writing at you, you really feel a little conscious that, okay, should I be engaging with this or not? And I feel that
Huh?
is what women feel on dating apps.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's so let me ask you. You said you try dating apps. Are they the same that we use here in the United States? Like, what's the main
Yeah,
dating app in
Hinge,
India?
Hinge, Tinder,
Hinge.
Bumble.
They're all the same. There is nothing different there. And it's the same shit show. But you're very young. So like, what would be like a like, what are you looking for in a partner that you have not found that? Because I would have thought when you put yourself on a dating app and you say, I'm a successful guy, I'm good looking, I'm young, I want to get married, I would have thought there's lines and lines of girls that want to date you.
Oh, see, I'll come back to the same point. Now, when I did not say date, I said marry.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's a reason. So when it comes to dating, it's a different game.
But
When
wait
it
a
comes to
second,
marrying, yeah.
don't you have to date first to see if
Of
you like the
course,
person?
of course, 100%. There needs to be a courtship, but the courtship should conclude in something. It should
Yeah,
not conclude in goodbyes.
I agree. I totally agree. For people that seriously want a relationship, yeah, if you want to get married, it should end up being married or moving in together or whatever it is. But you don't think there are a lot of women out there that are serious about being in a serious relationship?
There must be, but I have not crossed paths with them.
Okay, so you must be super picky as well.
Could be, and also I feel one of the things which I also spoke to people and I've started seeing is people don't have the time to invest, and you need to invest time in it.
Yeah, you think they don't have the time.
No, I don't have the time. That's the problem. And I think any relationship needs that time.
Don't I think, this is my opinion, we make
Mm-hmm.
time for what is important to us.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what I think. So, like, if somebody tells you, oh, I'm too busy, I think the end of that phrase is, I am too busy for you.
But, Catherine, hear me out. Now, the two people need to find time together.
Correct. It's a two-way street. So, like, if you meet someone and you like them, you can be like a super busy business owner like you are, like I am. But if you meet someone and you like them, you are going to find time for, like, you're going to go to dinner or breakfast, or you're going to make plans on the weekend. So if you're saying you're too busy, it's because you haven't found somebody that you think it's worth making time for.
I also feel, it is also because when you're texting someone, most of the time the text is, hey, how are you? I'm good.
Yeah.
How was your day? It is so blah that
Yeah.
it does not proceed. So you
Yeah.
think about the matches. First of all, you don't get matches. You get matches. You don't convert talking. If you talk, it is such a long trail.
It is,
So
yeah. But why
so
don't you like jump on the phone? Like, because when I'm texting someone on a dating app, I'm like, let's talk on the phone,
it's
right?
India is
It's
conservative like that. India is conservative like that. So I believe that's the problem. And I'm more of a talker than a texter because I write day in, day
same,
out for work.
same. Yeah, like if I meet someone, I want to talk to you. Like I want to know what
Hmm.
you have to say, and maybe do a video call. And then if
Hmm.
you decide it's worth it, then you go and meet the person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
but you wrote on, going back to your post, continuing for the people that didn't read it, you literally wrote, this is my last resort. I've tried dating apps, I've tried matrimony apps, I've tried meeting through friends. So your friends try to introduce, you don't like anybody. I've tried meeting through relatives. Actually, I've tried everything under the sun, but I have not found the one. And trust me, I'm not the only one. That much I agree with you. There are so many of us in the right age, right stage of careers, financially independent, emotionally ready, and genuinely looking for a genuine partner to build a life with. If you can relate to this, here's an experiment. And that's why you suggested LinkedIn. If LinkedIn can get us jobs, clients, mentors, and investors, why can't it help us find love? Let's start something called And funny that you did it on LinkedIn, because I never heard in my life of a LinkedIn post going viral, but apparently a lot of media publications picked it up and published
Yeah.
about you.
Yes. I was joking with a friend that I've got business out of this post, but not bride. There are people who have contacted me for business. I am getting into agreements, contracts with them, but I've not
Oh my God.
found the one.
I'm assuming a lot of women are reaching out to you that they want to date you.
Yes.
Are you
But
responding?
I am, but the conversation again, the point is one needs to invest that time, and I genuinely have started, speaking to few people. Also, one of my exes has come back, so that is also an
Uh,
interesting
uh,
space
uh,
to be.
oh. Okay, wait. Now the plot thickens. So when you did the post, be honest. So when you did the post, you were really, really serious about meeting someone new.
Yes, I was.
And
I'd
then
forgotten
your
about this girl.
ex, somebody you dated before, she found the post,
She found a newspaper clipping.
and now she wants to get back together with you.
Yeah.
Do you?
I don't know. I'm not
You
sure about
see,
it.
you seem like you're not sure about what you want to do at all with your dating life.
Maybe I think that's the reason I'm still single.
Yeah, because when I saw your post, I'm like, okay, if he's saying he's open to marry, he's good looking, he's young, he's successful, there's going to be dozens and dozens of girls. I would assume you select the ones that have like a similar lifestyles and what you're looking for in a partner, and you just go on a bunch of dates and you would find a partner. But if you're saying you're too busy and you don't want to make time for them, are you really ready for it?
I am, but I don't know. Actually, the point is, it is complicated.
Yeah, so explain what is complicated, because you're saying you want to get married. Now you have all these girls after you and you're saying you don't have time.
No, I don't know how to. So, for example, a girl texts me, "Hey, listen, I want to meet you, or I want to talk to you," and I go to her profile and I don't see anything. Now, there's
Right.
this girl who's extremely successful and has done things and is also beautiful. Now she writes in a way which is she is giving me best wishes for the future. Now how do I? She's like, I resonate with you, best wishes. I'm like, okay, dude, thank you. What do I do to that?
Yeah, that's weird. That's just
That
weird. But how many? Okay, let's help you figure this out.
and
You
and I'll
got
tell you, Kat, there are around 5 to 6 dating apps, exclusive matrimony apps who want
yeah.
me to be on their platform.
You mean in India? There are
No,
apps
no, no,
specific
no, 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 not India.
everywhere in the world.
Yes.
Okay. Do,
So
so
they
do you
want me on
do
there.
do you want to marry someone that is in India and from India?
I'm not very, fixated on that.
Okay, you're open-minded too. So if somebody right now is listening in the United States, anywhere, you'll be open to that. Now, look, your post got almost 3,000 likes, hearts, reactions, and almost 1,000 comments so far. And like we said, all this media attention, a bunch of media outlets picked it up, wrote about it. The Economic Times wrote an article about it. Mumbai-based CEO calls for open to marry badge on LinkedIn. So you're getting a lot of feedback. Is this feeding your ego, or are you really thinking maybe my wife is out there in this ocean of
I,
people that are
I,
reaching out to me?
I genuinely feel that this has moved the needle for sure. I am talking to people as well as we speak. Uh,
Uh,
I not as ego. My posts do get the same traction every week.
uh,
So, yeah, they might not get picked by media, but traction wise, this is not the first time I've got this traction. But
yeah.
I genuinely feel the one good part which has happened is that I have people from all parts of the world have reached out, not just for marrying me, but for business collaborations, for friendships. So that is
Yeah,
that I feel is a good sign.
it's a fantastic sign. And to talk about business for a second, it shows the power of LinkedIn, right? Because like I literally, I'm in the United States and I'm always trying to find interesting people to interview and what's going on. And when I saw him, like, oh my God, I want to talk to this guy.
That's so
It
cool of you.
It's right, and we are in similar business, so I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things that we can do together
What do
that
you
we
do,
can
Kat?
talk.
What do you do? What's your business like, if you could?
Yeah, so other than doing the podcast, I do PR, marketing, branding, and social media, and I have clients all over the world. I think similar to what you do, but we can do a business meeting after.
Yes, 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 definitely,
Yeah, yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
So, if I were to ask you, what is the
Yeah.
crux of this podcast? What is the bottom line of this podcast for you? What do you want people to take away from this?
Yeah, so a bunch of different things, right? The very first thing that I always say is I don't want anybody to give up on love because we were talking about the dating apps, right? And
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, I feel that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there that get so frustrated, so frustrated. They get burned with the wrong people so many times.
Yeah, that is the
They,
problem.
yeah, they
I'll
literally
tell you. So I'll
say,
tell you, Kat. Now, a girl, I find it very, very. Now, I don't want to quote them or name them, but the messages were very fishy also on LinkedIn as well.
oh,
So
yeah, I'm sure.
that
Yeah.
makes someone feel, oh, should I be approaching or not? Is it some international scam I'm getting into?
Well, this is what I say, right? Yeah, you do your due diligence. That goes for
Hmm.
men and women, right? The number one complaint of men is that, yes, there are a lot of women that are looking for money, that are looking for sugar daddies, all this bullshit. And the number one complaint of women is that most men are players. They just want like a one night stand, bullshit. So I always say, like, do your due diligence. Ask for a phone call, ask for a video call. LinkedIn is a great example. Ask the person you're talking to, like, do you have a LinkedIn profile? Let me take a look at you. Because nowadays it's almost impossible to hide, right? If you cannot
Absolutely.
find, yeah. So, but even if you did get burned before, this is what I always say here on Cat on the Loose. Don't let one bad person make you give up on love because there are a lot of
Ah,
nice people out there, and your person is trying to find you as much as you're trying to find them. So I think my message is always that. I mean, look at me. I left a horrible marriage after 15 years and I started my life over. I started a business, I started a show, and I just want to empower women and men to go after their dreams and never give up on finding their partner. Even if
true
they
that.
have to, there's like airplanes flying by where you are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Hmm.
Never been to India, but it's on my bucket list for sure.
Yeah. Come to Bombay. Love to.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so
Yeah.
I genuinely feel, one thing which I have come to a conclusion that it is intent based. I somewhere I am guilty of the fact that I lack intent because I prioritize work over everything, which is bad, and now started realizing it. And I am giving it the time and the efforts it needs,
Yeah.
but it is still tricky. No one
It
knows
is
whether.
no absolute look, for you, for me, and for all the singles in the world. Like I said, it's like finding the diamond in the sand. And it's really cool prioritizing work. I'm all for people working hard and being successful. I'm the same. I'm a major workaholic. Look, it's Sunday night here in LA, right? It's Monday for you, but
Oh
it's Sunday night for
yeah.
me. And I'm
Yes,
working
yes.
because I love what I do. I'm a major workaholic. However, just because it's hard, you cannot give up on it. You know,
Absolutely.
if you really want to get married, if you really want to be in a relationship, just do your due diligence and give a few girls out there that reached out to you a chance.
Definitely, definitely. A big shout out to them. And if you are in my DM, I'll definitely speak to you. And don't feel bad if I don't, because I can't talk to 200
It's
women.
too many, right? You must be. How many
Yes.
DMs are you getting a day?
At least, as I said, 200 to 300 at least.
A day,
No, no,
per day,
in all. No, no,
in
not per
all,
day. In
in
all.
all.
In these 2 weeks.
Oh my God. But that's a lot. Now, since you are so good on LinkedIn, let me ask you a question. Any tips for people out there? They say, oh my God, this is really powerful. How does someone grow a LinkedIn? As,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
because yours
Okay.
is huge. Any ideas you can share?
Yeah. Yeah. So LinkedIn, just like, firstly, stop thinking of LinkedIn as a job seeking website. It is a corporate social networking website or an app. It is meant for people to connect on a work bandwidth. So any work stories, anything related, you can add value, you can add entertainment, you can rant, but it should, at the end of the day, somewhere relate to people on a large scale, mostly work. Though my post, this particular post was not precisely
Yeah.
work, but still, if it resonates to working professionals, you
Yeah.
can be there. Second, what people don't do is engagement. Don't post and ghost. Engage with
Okay.
other people. You need to be commenting, you need to be liking, you need to be speaking to people in DMs so that you genuinely build a network. Most people post and ghost. They post and
Yeah.
then they disappear. Algorithm wants you to spend time on the app. Thirdly, you need to be consistent, and there is any social media app for that matter. If you're not consistent, you cannot grow. You'll have to post daily, and I'm telling you, if you come and analyze what's getting traction, you start writing about those. If you start getting part of those conversations, you will grow. And
Yeah.
fifth point, very important point, try to build your own community. So I run a community called English. It is an advertising community. There are 2000 writers, marketeers, designers, editors on that. It's on WhatsApp. So if you're adding value to a community, they will back you.
Oh, I love that idea.
Also, the last point, do update your profile, because when
Huh?
people search, if you have relevant keywords on your profile, it ranks up.
So pay attention to the profile, like what you
Yes, yes.
do, what are the services, your expertise, all that good stuff.
If you want, I can just give you in a minute. I'll tell you. Cover photo needs to give a story, can be a services, can be the vibe you want to
Uh-huh.
set. Then your profile can be formal, can be informal, but you need to look spick and span, you need to look nice. Your headline is very, very important. I'll tell you why. Because when you comment, beside your name, there are three things, 3 to 4 words which appear from your headline. So if I see a comment from Catherine, I need to see what exactly Catherine does in those 2, 3 words so that I can click on her profile and engage with her.
Oh,
Once you've
okay.
done that, there are featured section wherein you star mark the posts which are good, which you want people to see. If you see my profile, you'll see a mix of posts which have got traction and the work I have done for maybe the big government client I got, or another startup I've worked with, or other work. Then you have post, and then eventually you need to have testimonials. I've got some 20 plus testimonials with people I've worked, because that brings credibility. If
Yeah.
someone comes to your profile and they see that this person is legit, they would like to interact with you, they would want to grow with you. And yeah, this
I
is
love
mini
that.
mini LinkedIn masterclass.
But I have to thank you. We appreciate that, because I have to say, when I started doing mine, was about a year ago, and you are so right. If you post every single day, it starts growing really fast, and it's amazing how the community on LinkedIn is very engaged.
Yes.
People, like you said, they respond, they comment, they send DMs. I get a lot of my business just from LinkedIn nowadays.
Mm.
So yeah, it's very, very powerful. And how many years did it take you to get to 60,000, almost 61,000 followers?
A year plus a few months. I would say 15 to 16 months.
So it was very fast, very
Uh,
fast.
yeah,
Less
yeah,
than
could
two
be.
years, you have 60,000 followers. Holy cow.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you post every single day.
yeah. Sometimes 3 times a day. I and it's a job. I think I call LinkedIn a
Yeah,
job because
yeah,
most of the work comes from LinkedIn, and I take it very serious.
yeah. I agree with
We
you.
would not
Same.
have met, we would not have done this
Yeah.
had there not been a.
There you go. So LinkedIn united us. I do hope you find your bride. I do hope if you do, please let me know so I can let our listeners know.
100%. 100%. We both will
I
come to speak to you.
Yes, I appreciate you so much. Good luck. This was really fun. And guys, if you're not on LinkedIn, please go for it, because it's a very powerful platform. And if you want to follow him, I'm gonna put your LinkedIn link here on this
Please,
audio
please.
episode. So you guys, how do I pronounce your last name? Gune?
Gune. Gune.
Gune.
Gune.
Gune.
Gune. Yeah.
Shubham Gune.
Shubham Gune.
Loved
Shubham
Shubham Gune.
Gune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm putting the link here for you guys so you can go and see the open to marry post. Let's see if more people do that. But even if you don't get married, like you said, at least you're getting a ton of business. Super clever marketing, by the way, and I'm sure you're getting a lot of proposals.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Shubham.
Thank
And
you so much.
I'll talk to you very soon. Guys, be safe out there. And like I said, never give up on love because the right person for you is out there trying to find you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
May
so
we
much.
all
I'll
find
speak.
love. Thank you so much. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Have a
Thank you.
great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Okay. Thank
Bye bye.
you.
Thank
Bye
you. Thank
bye.
you. Bye bye.